Baby, listen. Scared money don't make money. Whoever this message is for, being scared ain't gonna get you nowhere except in a sea of forgetfulness. And unless that's where you're trying to be, then you're gonna have to snap out of it. You're gonna have to break those chains of conformity. You're gonna have to educate yourself, dive deep, and overcome whatever fear that you have. Because scared money don't make money. That's the channel message for today, for whoever this message is intended for. We're going to pull some money oracles because I really feel like this is about your life purpose. This is about you allowing yourself to receive all the blessings, all the goodness, all the resources, all the abundance that the universe wants to bring towards you. But, you got to open your hand, because when your hand is closed up, that's scared. But when you open your hand, even if you fall, even if you stumble, even if you fail, there's something that you're going to get from it, right? There's some type of lesson that you're going to receive through the turmoil. So you could be as careful as you want to be. You can hide. Okay. You can go through this. I'm being drawn to Avatar. One of the big things about part 2 of Avatar that really stuck out to me the most in the movie was, what was his name? Her husband became very afraid of something happening to him and his family. So he began to run, and he ran from every situation because he had something to lose. His fear of losing his wife, his fear of losing his children, his fear of losing something that he loved so greatly made him pack up, leave his territory, something that he had protected, his sanctuary. He really worked hard to protect that sanctuary. And so when the constant attacks and the constant negative experiences landed his children in a position where they were in the grasp of the enemy's hands, he became very afraid. And as a way to protect his children, he was like, hey, listen, it's us that they want. We're the problem. We're not wanted. We're the ones that they're looking for. So let me take those that I love and let's run. Let's flee. And once he fled the situation, he lost a lot of momentum because he had to go into a foreign land that he wasn't aware of, and he had to learn the way of that area, and he had to go through this adapting process. And in that, in the situation of adapting, it just made him more vulnerable than he thought he was. And so with the conflicting beliefs, you had his wife that was like, hey, listen, we don't run. We fight to the end. We stand 10 toes down. We go out like that. We have no regrets like that. And so though she wanted to follow her husband, it was in many situations they found themselves coming to the realization that we're not running anymore. Matter of fact, we're stronger together than we are trying to fear the enemy, trying to fear, those that want the power, but we have the power. You get what I'm saying? So as uncomfortable as it might be, like, oh, okay, I don't want to bring no attention my way. I don't want no one to know what I know. Matter of fact, I know that it's going to be very controversial. Baby, it's already controversial. It's already controversial. You see, the spark has already been lit. The limited belief, the box that you was in, the walls that held you up, they're already shattering around you. Okay? And it's interesting I'm wearing my Pac-Man shirt because a part of playing the game is he starts off by running, right? He's running away. At least I think that's how the game goes. Yeah. And then he levels up, and then now the things that were chasing him is that he's now eating it. I think that's how the game go. So same concept here. It all goes together. So let's see channel messages for whoever needs this message. We have a new day. Clarity in reverse. And then we have wisdom. Damn. I want to know like how, and we have money in reverse. How did we go from like up here to down here in the matter of days? It feels like days. Maybe it's been weeks. I don't know. I feel like I haven't recorded for a couple of days. And that lapse in time. Okay, let's go into it. Okay, you gotta go within to figure out what makes you scared of venturing out into uncharted territory. Where does the fear stem from? There's a need for deep root work here. Getting to the root cause, the root issue. Right? You can't manifest a new life, a new reality, and this fear is still sitting there. You can aspire to have it all you want. You can desire it all you want, but this is the work. So faith, think of you knowing that it's meant for you, you believing that it's meant for you as faith, right? But the works is going to require you to focus on going within. To receive that inspiration that gets you going, that inspiration to make you take certain leaps and to really venture out into new uncharted territory, like exploration. And that's why we have wisdom here in reverse, because as long as you want to know what's coming in without going within to see what exactly is in your subconscious realm that is creating the reality that you're experiencing, you will avoid making mistakes and having failures. At every turn. But in order to be wise and in order to have wisdom, it comes from opportunities to be courageous, opportunities to have patience. All of those experiences, check the biscuits. All of those experiences is what builds your character. And even if you repeat the same lesson over and over and over and over and over again, to others it may be perceived as foolish to repeat something over and over and over again when you can just look at the next person and remind yourself of what not to be to keep you in the straight and narrow. But that doesn't make you wise. That just makes you a spectator. That just makes you an observer of life experience. But you won't really be able to connect from a soul level because you haven't become it yet. You know what I'm saying? It's no different. Let me use a better example. Let's say you have millions of dollars in your bank account and you decide the first thing that you want to do is go get a gastric bypass or something like that, right? And then they tell you that you have to be under a certain weight, so you go get this surgery. And now you have the surgery. You're like, okay, I did my research, right? I know what's required in order for me to have this surgery. You're prepared, you get the surgery, and you realize that even with the surgery, the first thing that they're going to be teaching you about is diet, relearning healthy eating habits, knowing portion control, discipline, those core principles are going to come back up to the surface. Even if you woke up one day woke up one day with it, but then you went into it not having the surgery. Yes, the actual physical change is going to force you to make do the internal work, the mental and emotional control, because your physical body now has certain restraints placed on it that prevents it from being able to even consume something, right? Now that's the extreme. So now, even if you wanted to drink soda, you'll throw it up. Even if you wanted to overeat, you'll throw it up. And so your physical body now then forces you to do the work that you were refusing to do before it. You get what I'm saying? Versus, let's say, someone decides that, okay, they want to tackle the inside work. They want to go within about what is the root cause of them not being able to break this habit. What is the root cause? Does it stem from stress? Does it stem from some type of emotional trauma? Is there certain things that's causing a trigger? What are those triggers? How can you come up with healthier coping mechanisms to respond to those triggers? All these things it takes a little bit more work, and you would do it bit by bit, and it would be a journey, and it would take longer. You'll have to coach yourself through it and things like that. But through that experience, you educate yourself on how your body responds to certain diets, what you do and don't like. So now you have a whole plethora of possible things that you could do that could work for you or wouldn't work for you. So you learn a lot about yourself, thus making you more wiser. You also know what your triggers are, thus making you more wiser when it comes to knowing how to identify them and knowing ways in which you can respond. Though that is the difference between you doing it because you want to do it versus something happening to your physical aesthetics that forces you to look within. Either way, whether you have the money or not, you don't need it if you are willing to do something you ain't never done before. And so even in this situation, a scared person ain't gonna make the changes, whether it's scared money, scared person, scared at love, whatever it is. You can plug this in like a formula, and it's gonna still give you the same outcome. It's gonna still generate the same response. Response is gonna remain the same to you. And when it comes to like persecution, like your worst fear being losing the money, or your worst fear being people being able to talk about you, or not feeling the same on the same level, or going through a dark period, those don't have to be the reason why you force yourself to show up for yourself. That's kind of like what I'm sensing here. This is saying that someone has something. You're programmed to use the fear of a negative outcome to be the reason why you want to do something. But that's built on a faulty foundation, and it will crumble at some point. And I feel like Spirit is just trying to tell you, like, you can love yourself better than that. I feel like you're at that phase on your journey where while you're waiting for the next phase of your life to begin, while you're waiting for the next chapter of your life to commence or whatever, there are a lot of things that you could be doing, honey. There's a lot of work that you can be diving inward about. Seek guidance. I'm telling you. And what you can't find here, book a professional. All right, so we have build home In reverse, we have abundance. Then we have find an oracle. For some of you guys, you're going to book a reading and they're going to tell you what you don't know about yourself, okay? Or give you the confirmations that you need because maybe you're not well versed in the situation. And it's going to help clear some blockages that you may be experiencing. Especially if you're telling yourself that you can't do something. There is one thing that energetically throws any frequency off is that internal dialogue. I can't have this because I want this. I have to sacrifice this type of lifestyle so I can have that type of lifestyle. All those things are conditions. Or, I don't have enough money, so I can't have this. So we have wisdom, and then we have psychic services. Okay. Some of you guys, maybe you want to go full time doing some type of psychic business yourself. Maybe you want to start your own spiritual based business, and you're looking at yourself like, I haven't gone through enough to really be able to relate, or I don't know where to really begin, or I don't know if I have what it takes. All of that's still fear. And so it's still under that umbrella of you're disempowering yourself. There's this negative talk. You get what I'm saying? Because like I said, abundance is that frequency of, I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know how I'm going to get it, but I know I'm going to get it. I know it's going to happen for me. So it will be a challenge, and you will go through a period of losing some resources, and you'll gain in other areas. Some of y'all, you may not gain monetarily, but you may gain in experience, and that still is energy currency. And so if only thing that you can see is, okay, well, I need my bank account to reflect something, then you're doing it for the wrong reasons, and it will continue to end. Let's say you start this business and now you have a better relationship with other areas of your life that you didn't have before. Is that not positive currency? Is that not money? Is that not resources? Because what you consume in your body now becomes the energy that you have to produce more with. You see how that works? Some of y'all are sacrificing marriages, homes. Divorcing is out here as well. And while at the same time, while that's happening, you're also starting your own business. You're also doing, it's a lot of endings. Hold on. So I had dropped too many cards not to pick it up. And this kept peeking out at me, so I knew I needed to pick that up. So it says, you may leave a position or be terminated. However, there's always a new opportunity ahead. You may change careers entirely. Yeah, for a lot of you guys, this is about you changing careers entirely and you wondering if you're going to have enough finances in your bank account to maintain your housing, all your lifestyle expenses while you transition to really be a complete, do your own spiritually based business or to have some type of entrepreneur business. So Spirit wants you to know all the ins and outs, all the truth about this journey. It's a beautiful journey, but make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. It's important that it's for the right reasons. We have drama in reverse. And then we have signs. Okay. In a lot of situations, you're not going to know. Like I said, you're not going to know why you're getting a certain. Think of it like this: you are new into spirituality, okay? If you're not new into spirituality, let's say you're starting your own spiritually based business and you want to manifest all the good things into your life, granted, right? But coming into this situation, you may start making your most abundance from situations that seem to be drama filled. It seems to be very dark, very dense, energies like that. Now, you may be asking yourself, like, why is it that I always have to pick up on these types of frequencies? Why can't I have a different frequency in X, Y, and Z? It's like going to a restaurant with a preset menu and asking the restaurant why you can't have oysters or something that's not on their menu. Like, why you can't have something that's not on their menu. You get what I'm saying? So the restaurant must change their entire menu to accommodate you because you don't want to eat what they're serving, right? So let's apply that to collective consciousness, right? Regardless of where you are on your journey, if this is the restaurant that you're called to, and this is the frequency that needs you the most at this time, for whatever reason, this is your opportunity to have patience, your opportunity to be courageous, your opportunity. All of these are Ace of Pentacles, opportunities to see a condition, to be able to observe the conditions, and to be of service. Because even in those conditions, those people deserve to be served. Those people deserve service, right? It has absolutely nothing to do with you feeling as if you are better than, you know what I'm saying? Or you prefer to be on a different vibration than. So you in the jungle. Why you were placed at the jungle? That's for you to discover, and that's where the journey comes in. Look at the bottom of the deck. It says opportunity. I cannot make this shit up. This is an opportunity. Through the process, you will gain wisdom. Through the process, you will start to see things in so many different ways. There's so many golden eggs and nuggets that comes from starting from whatever level you're starting on. Some of y'all may be starting where you're getting a lot of your messages from the ancestral realm, the more densest realm, where lost souls or souls that haven't been able to cross over. Maybe the actual dead is coming to you, and you may be afraid that something's in your home and you want it to leave, and it's not, X, Y, and Z. It's like, oh, I want to do mediumship, but I'm afraid I don't want nothing following me home. Oh, no. That's fear, right? Because it's there all around you, whether you want to acknowledge it or not. You know what I'm saying? So this may be, a gift that is activating for you, and it may be mediumship, it may be physical mediumship, or something like that. And this could be third order souls that maybe still upset, angry, or they feel like they haven't been able to be avenged, or they're still struggling with accepting, but they're tightly tethered to this realm, And so, believe it or not, in so many ways, spiritualists that have been out here, practitioners that have been out here for some time, this is another day in the neighborhood. It's another day in the neighborhood. They thoroughly enjoy the adventure, right? They sip tea. You drink tea and coffee together. Okay, you drink tea and coffee together. It's quite amusing. Let's put some cards on this because I feel like we're talking a lot about you, your purpose. So sometimes spirit will drop your ass off. Okay, we'll drop you off in the middle of nowhere and then tell you to find your way back. And because some of y'all have a guide here, and the way that they teach you, the way that they teach you, this guide teaches you is they have a hands-on learning approach. And some of you guys, you can get a guide that is a third order soul, or a guide that hasn't really crossed over. They're in between they're in between this realm. They're in the gray area, okay? And they may be helping you navigate. Sometimes it'll be your closest relative or a complete stranger that's like, oh, I remember, and they're like, oh, you have this gift, and they may want you to tell their loved ones some messages about how they feel or something like that. And you'll know when they transition. But a lot of times helping you helps them evolve spiritually. Sometimes, allowing you to help them resolve their situations helps them become like wiser, and they get to ascend to a higher, So every stage of development is super important. It gives you some wisdom that you didn't have before. Now, yeah, y'all are going to get a lot of souls. What you need to know is you're going to get a lot of souls that are struggling to cross over. They're struggling to see their loved ones move on. But these are the kind of souls that y'all need. For whoever resonates with this, these are the type of souls that y'all need, because they're going to whip y'all into shape. Boy, I remember them days. Cabinets opening, shit moving, hide and key. Yes, buddy. Y'all fresh on the block. Welcome to the club, honey. Welcome to the school of mediumship. It gets fun. It gets interesting. They can get very territorial of you, especially let's say like a parent crossed over, and they were very protective of their child in life, and they have very, very religious belief systems and things like that. When they can get very attached, right? They can be like, oh, treat you just like one of their kids if they were still alive. It can get very territorial. So it's important for you to develop a good entrance and exit process versus attaching, and then y'all all get all like, oh, I need you, you need me, and y'all are trauma bonding, because you can definitely trauma bond with the spirit realm. Okay. You sad, we sad together. Okay? And believe it or not, this level, this order, this level of souls, a lot of people you very abundant, very fast. Okay? And they are the most They are the most hard-headed and stubborn collective you can ever work with. But sometimes if you're hard-headed and you're stubborn, they're also there to teach you. So don't ever think that it's a one-way street in the spirit realm. That's what you need to know. They gonna teach you to get out your own way as well. When you like, I don't want to do it, I don't want to do that, and they just, and you like, I would not have even said that. That was not me. I'm so sorry. And it's the spirits talking through your ass. That's my. That's the. Those are the fun. That's the fun realm. I'm serious. That's the fun realm. Where it'd be like, oh shit, you be cussing up and down. Fun. It's a party. It's a party. It's a party. Okay. We got the fun realm right now. And some of these souls, they ain't trying to cross over. For what? They like it over there. That's the freest they ever felt. And so they will parlay with you. A little uninvolved, but they will parlay with you. Sip some with you. So just make sure that you don't get caught up in the drama. Okay? Because there will come a time where you're like, okay, I feel like I'm going through a shift and it's time for me to evolve and leave that behind. And Spirit is saying, don't let the money keep you there. And that's going to be your next opportunity to know when to transition from from one paradigm, from one level of consciousness to the next. Okay, because you got to go through all the dimensions in order for you to know yourself. Okay. And thingamajiggies like that. So 9 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups. So right when you're about to have a shift, there is going to be, and this is why retrograde is so important, there's going to be exes that come back around. There's going to be like where you feel off and you're unsure. So know that when you have someone that's coming back around in your life, they may be ushering in your next consciousness level evolution of yourself. That's what Spirit is saying. And so these are your moments of reflection. Okay? Because things are not meant to be clear for you. The more you're focusing on, I'm just trying to do my job. Why are things changing? Who's messing up my money? It's not necessarily like someone's messing up your money. I feel as if this is the universe using some type of catalyst that was once your catalyst in the past to come back around to make you say, okay, listen, we need you. You've been working, you've been putting in that sweat equity in the spirit realm. You've been putting in a lot of work. And now we need you to slow down, and we need you to remember to take care of you and take a step away from the drama a little bit. So even if you feel like, what if I get lost in there and I'm getting too consumed? Trust me, Spirit gonna pull you out. And how Spirit pulls you out is going to be with a trigger. And a lot of times it's triggered by a ex-lover, a catalyst on your life and things like that. You may be asking, why is this person come back around? We're not supposed to be together. I don't know. Hey, sometimes the way Spirit works, the way God works, moves in very mysterious ways. You gotta let that shit just kind of play out. Okay, just let it play out. Go with it, and it's gonna make you question. It's meant to make you question everything. And this is checks and balances, right? Because even people in positions of being a teacher or a leader, there has to be checks and balances. And who's gonna check you? God, right? So how does God check you? By bringing back around your triggers. Okay, what have you learned lately? Stay in school. God, I love it over here. So now it's like there's nothing else to learn. There's nothing else for your triggers to come back around. You've wised up and things like that, and now you're about to fucking graduate. Bitch, you about to graduate. You hear what I'm saying? Because you've graduated some type of like processing emotional disappointments when it comes to love, romance, experience. You have so much wisdom. It says you are putting together pieces of the puzzle from signs you are getting. Pay attention to the coincidences coincidences you experience. And so now you know there is no coincidence. And so there's nothing else to learn at this level. And so you are, some of y'all, there's going to come a season where you're a little bit bored, you know? It's like, I'm bored of doing this. I'm bored of doing that. You're ready to actually get up out that chair, get up out that house, get about that workspace, and you're ready to go book a flight and go actually see those pyramids and travel to those actual physical locations. You're ready to see writings on the walls, honey. You're ready to see it with your two eyes. And you may be saying to yourself, like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. You may be getting signs and synchronicities like, hey, we want you to know, like, you've learned everything from this phase of your journey and you're about to be traveling. And you may be saying, like, yeah, right. How is that going to happen? I wish I could never. And it's like, now you doubting God. Now you doubting God. Like, now you doubting everything that God has done for you thus far. Has Spirit failed you once? Like, where they do that at? What is this? And so this doubt Spirit is like, listen, scared shit don't make shit. And if you too scared to make some shit shake because you feel like it's too beyond your reach or too beyond something that you're capable of doing, then that ain't you. And we're gonna have to figure out where the fuck that's coming from, because clearly you missed a step. And so Spirit is saying you missed a step. King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Some of y'all have a little crush. Just have a little crush on someone. There is some type of small attachment that feels like you are outgrowing them. And so I am seeing a projection of something a psychic projection. That's how I hear it. That's what I hear. Projection. Interesting. What is this small projection? Bruh. All these personalities. I'm telling y'all are working with the fun. Y'all are in the fun class. Don't be rushing to get to this point, because you get all the old heads, you know? And if any of you guys resonate, or y'all have the Orisha like Eshu, or more of the mischievous trickster energies as your Orishas or your Oris, you need some drama. You know what I'm saying? You need some drama in your life. So let's see, what is this attachment that is keeping my collective from ascending? Because I'm hearing two can play that game. We have past life in reverse. Some of y'all, this may be it's that lust. You exhausted from being out here on your own. And so it got you looking back like, did I miss a step? Did I cut everybody off? Was I supposed to cut everybody else off? Did I make the right decision? That sort of doubt is coming from. So we getting somewhere, right? Because you walked away, you were hopeful about it, but it's like you've come to a point where you're like, wait a minute. Once I make this transition, there ain't no coming back from this. Some of you guys, it's about to be a new person that you're about to meet, and you're like, once I make this transition, I know there ain't no coming back from this. Okay, like you may have made it to a point where, like your waiting season is over, and it's like, oh wait, no, what's going on? That someday, that one day I'll meet that person. One day I'll have the right person. It's like it's here. It's happened, and it's serious. Some of y'all have a very serious connection, and with this serious connection, it's not like some past life karmic relationship where you have to learn lessons with each other. It's like right now. That's what's coming, and you can feel it, and you know that you're not going to be single much longer. And so you're going through a paradigm shift or something like that, because this door is about to be closed for good, permanente. And you know what that means? Every time you go through this shift, the prior consciousness level is not going to resonate with you anymore. Because I feel like you're coming into a phase where you're about to be having a lot of fast-paced energy, a lot of sexual energy, drive, sensuality. You're going to be on an adventure, and I feel like this prior level of consciousness may not be able to go with you because they're too scared to take an adventure and take a ride. They're still trapped to certain levels, and so this is a phase where your money start acting funny again. Because you're like taking spontaneously, like traveling, going back and forth. This person come to you, you come to them, and it's like, damn, hold on. OMG. One thing you don't have to worry about is this person. This person ain't gonna do nothing to make you mad. They ain't gonna ever say nothing hurtful towards you. They are not gonna project their fears on you. They're not gonna abandon you. This is someone that ain't finna let you go. Okay? This is someone, like, they're involved with you for the long term, not the short term. And it's like, whoa. Yes. Whoa. You would have never thought. Three of Swords. This is not someone that's here to break your heart. They've been hurt before. They know you've been hurt before. And this person is like, finally, it's here. You're the first person that this person want to date you. So I feel like you're going to have that moment where it's like, oh my God. I think you're about to be in love. And it's going to be scary. Like, it's the type of love where it's unorthodox. This is going to start off very unorthodox. And when I say unorthodox, it means you may be the type of person that is marriage before sex, or, you know, commitment for this. And it's like, when it comes to this connection, it's like y'all are the only one for each other. The only one I want. The only one I want to be exclusive with. This is brand new, uncharted territory. Something you ain't never done before. It's out of the norm or the comfort zone for you, but it's the one for you. It's the right one for you. So let's get your closing messages. Matter of fact, let's do all upright. Let's just do all upright. 3 cards. So we have donations, tithing, and charitable work. Give joyfully to the organization and people who spiritually support and inspire you. And know that your generosity will be returned to you manyfold in miraculous ways. The time, supplies, money, or any resources you donate will ensure that your positive energy multiplies. Okay, so you definitely need to know that during this transition. Let's see. Face your financial fears. I mean, this is just what we were talking about. Scared money don't make money, right? When you are honest with yourself about fears of success or failure, they can no longer control you. Be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness, and you'll realize that you, in fact, have nothing to fear, and that every successful person has struggled with and released self-doubts. right? Remember that. Uh, mm, 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 mm. And then you have, it is safe for you to receive. The more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. Open your arms and receive and be a conduit for good coming to you and through you as it blesses the world. Confirmation on confirmation. All of this is about opening your hand and receiving, having no fear, and giving and putting it into things that are repurposable. Okay? No more complaining in reverse. Period. I love you guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.